stand back.
Yeah, it'll take it a
It's really cool to
few
watch.
moments. Yeah, so what it's doing is it's
And
just
I can't really see.
yeah, it's dark. Yeah, definitely.
Well, pull that chair over here and you can stand up on it. Grab that chair. Because it starts out pretty high.
Yeah,
Well,
this
yeah.
is-
I don't know if I'll be able to see on this video. Kind of
Step
dark.
back, step back, step back. Step back, step back, step back. Okay, now.
So,
hold up there.
so what it's doing now is it set everything up kind of high, and it moved the printer over to the side. And
This
it's-
is the actual jet here, right?
yeah.
It's okay. It's because it's going to start printing it up really high.
And so what?
There
Yeah,
you
so
go.
it's the,
Now you can see it.
The plate actually moves up
See,
and down,
it's this thing right here that the plastic's going to come out
and
of.
it's getting really hot. So what it's doing now, it's kind of hard
It's
to see
heating up.
here. It's heating up, so it's
'Cause
about halfway there.
This thing has to get really hot in order to melt the plastic. This is what they're making it out of. So that comes up through a tube and then goes through this and it heats it up.
Oh, so like it melts the plastic and
Yeah, and a little tiny fine
mix it
line. That's
into-
why it's got all of those. Get the
Fuzzy things.
yeah.
Things that look
No, the messed up.
Someday you'll look back at this video and laugh at how fascinated
Yeah.
you were by that such
That's-
rudimentary
see, it makes it
technology.
little tiny.
oh, so
There's
Yeah.
another type.
Oh,
it's
so
it's more expensive to
it
get
makes
into.
it
But it's
into
called
size.
stereolithography.
See how if you look real
And
close,
it,
it's got this line on the
you have a
outside.
thing of
Can you
resin,
see?
and it shoots
And
a
then it goes
laser
back and
into
forth
the
and back
resin,
and forth.
and it hardens it.
It just
in little tiny
it just
points.
squeezes out
And
a
it can
tiny
make
little
objects
line.
with
It's like
extreme,
cake frosting.
detail.
Little tiny line.
oh yeah,
Yes,
this
you
is
can
the part
see
here.
layers
Yeah, yeah.
With the stereolithography machine, you can't
Yeah.
see the
It
layers.
actually looks like it.
It's exactly because that's exactly what it is. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's at
I see
206
some
Celsius.
kind
so
of
just a
little
few
thing
more.
there.
Quite warm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta-
you don't want to touch that.
it'll get to 215 and then crank up. You can see some of the filament starting to want to
Yeah.
come out.
It's a little bit surprising to me that it would need to be that hot for plastic. Like,
Yeah, it's
Oh, it
Seems
takes
like
the
plastic would melt a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
and it
cooler
comes
plastic,
up here.
too.
See how it goes into this tube right
Because
here,
PET
Yeah.
and then
plastic
it goes straight
is
down into that
significantly
and heats
lower,
it up.
but
Yeah, it
ABS
melts
and that wood
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah.
nylon is actually
Can you see it
higher.
coming out a little bit?
Yeah.
It also depends on
It's a little
the
circle.
nozzle
And then
design.
it's got these fans here that
So
will kick
like
on
there are
when
some
they're ready to
that'll-
help
that'll do
cool it
at,
off.
like 190.
Yeah. So if it overheats,
Well, if it overheats, you get this.
Yeah,
You get a
you
mess.
got a mess.
oh,
Yeah.
So it's at
But
215 now, so it'll probably start up in a second.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, and it's
So it's shooting out
Yeah.
some filament.
Oop,
look
yep.
at that.
See that?
So it's just going to shoot that out.
And then
And
it
then
cuts
knock
it
it
off.
off.
Yeah. Look, stand up.
Time to
Stand up.
start
stand.
printing.
whoa.
So it's
Okay.
going to draw the circle around the object.
And you know Uncle Scott programmed all that in, right, Uncle Scott?
Software does all that stuff.
But-
I figured out how to
He
make
did
it
some
work.
of it.
But it would be amazing if you actually made that.
Well, he can.
Yeah, I can. I'm
In the interest of time,
in the
since you're
interest of
leaving
time,
tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier if you buy it.
Yeah. But look at it. Look
Uncle
at
Scott
how.
could
Can you
sell
see it over here?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's drawing it on there, and it's a little tiny thin piece of plastic. And it'll just keep building up layers of it.
Until it's all done.
Yeah.
I can already.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That
it's
is
gonna,
really cool.
It's going to take that design and make it.
And
Thicker.
thanks for the Yoda head. I want to have a part in my room where it's just all Star Wars. And there's Star Wars music.
You can make like cookie cutters and. It's
You can make
amazing.
it. Oh, sorry. Can you see?
Wait, you could maybe.
They were doing this when we got to Purdue.
Yeah, we had
A different material. Yeah, in 1990, probably 96.
No,
Wow.
we got it after I was a professor.
Okay,
So we got
okay.
it around 2001, 2002.
They've been doing this for a long time. It's just now getting to be for
enough.
consumer.
Yeah, the machine we had.
So this is gonna take a
Was
very long
30,000.
time.
It won't take that long. Maybe an hour. The Yoda only took a couple hours.
This one I think is going to be like
It said 10 minutes.
just a few minutes. Yeah, it won't be too long.
Well, I didn't wait that long.
You don't have an appointment keeping you?
Mm,
Oh, look. It's filling it in. This is where it fills it in. It makes it solid. Look
okay,
at
now
that.
I want to see it filled. Look at
Isn't
the
that
dragon
cool?
head.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually looks like a real dragon head.
Yeah.
You do know if you get one of those and get a picture of that and make a copy. You do know you can copy the picture and write it on a piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we're printing this off for you. So you're going to take this with you. That is so
And I
cool.
want to have a dinosaur, and you need to make a dinosaur one. Wait, if you make for Darth Vader one, you could make it like he's choking.
Yeah. I saw one Darth Vader one as I was looking around. I wasn't very happy with it, so I think I'd have to make it myself. It would take me a little while to make. The Yoda one is almost a standard. It's one of those that people use to kind of show off
Also with this
what their
kind
printer
of
does.
Is there, where is there a catalog of?
Yeah. There's online. There are actually multiple ones, but the one that's probably the most popular is hosted by MakerBot. It's called Thingiverse.
Okay.
And there's thousands and thousands of objects that people have come up with to make.
Are they all open
I
source,
really
or
wanna
do they
make
sell
one of
the
Maggie.
Some
concepts,
they sell.
or?
The majority are open, but yeah, some they sell. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
And if you come up with a design that's
When
just
you're reborn?
awesome, ridiculous, or something like that, then you probably want to put it up for sale. But most people put them on the open market.
When were
for free.
computers
So why
invented?
is this sitting there?
Not fitting.
Home
Why
computers?
should this
No,
sitting
just
there?
computers.
Of
60s?
World War
50s?
II.
Yeah. They had the big, huge machines by the 50s for sure. IBM was already around.
So there was not a
Wait,
well,
wait,
they didn't even have color television. Did they even have color television?
They had color television.
I've never seen one nor heard of it.
Hell, you didn't even
They didn't have color television the whole time she lived.
You didn't even have indoor plumbing for a long time.
I know I picked it up. I would ask Mother when we got some of this stuff.
Isn't that
out,
crazy?
what year we got a bathroom?
Did you even have a telephone?
Not for a long time. I think I paid for our first telephone after I started work.
When was that
Right.
then?
I can
60s?
see like little, wiggly, raggedly, like little tiny squares.
Uh-huh.
And we were on a party line, and it was.
Oh, a party line. A party line is when, like, you don't even know what that is. I don't even think you could comprehend that.
I don't think our students can comprehend it.
We didn't have to comprehend it. We just had to make sure that we got
So what'd you do? Hurry up! Hurry up!
Well, I remember, when we were growing up here, you had you could
Wait.
dial you didn't have to dial all the numbers. You just dialed
The last four?
2751.
Oh, last five.
Isn't that cool?
I think there were only some people on our phone. I can't
And-
remember.
Wait, you could make like different things with that.
You
like
can
a
make
little,
anything.
Maybe you
Just
can
watch your
make.
hand.
You can maybe make like a little mug with the
Yeah.
dragon symbol on it.
Yeah,
Or a
you could.
frisbee.
Yeah, you could make a frisbee.
We didn't have one. We didn't have else for it. But it still wasn't.
Here, I'm gonna get another beer.
Because I
Give me a
went
flashlight.
and went to work for Dr.
Daniel, do you want one?
Flanagan.
Sure.
Because I went to work for Dr. Flanagan.
So yeah, once you get those food proteins in here, you really don't need the rest of the kitchen.
I know. Seriously. Well, they do that on the
I mean, think of how much money that's going to save you. You know?
I've
yeah,
seen
you just get all the component ingredients.
67, 68.
there's
Do
a
you want a wheat or an IPA or a stout?
Let me do the wheat again.
there's a
I really want some of Anchona's lemonade.
She's making it.
Yay! Lemonade.
Careful.
I've
That's
seen,
it.
3D printers that'll do pizzas and eggs and other things that you can kind of squirt from above.
Huh.
God, get over here. Look how cool it looks. Over here. Right
You
by
want me to come around? Okay, I'll come around the other side. Oh, look at that. Ooh, what is that, blackberry thing? Tart? Something?
See?
All right. Yeah, this is a better angle. You're right.
Look at that. Yeah, and by the way, I have a light, so it is a very...
Yeah, the light does help. It's kind of dark otherwise.
Yeah,
So you think you want to learn how to program one of these? Think Daddy should get you one?
yeah. I want 3 of them.
3 of them.
And this is one of them. And wait, I want to make
Like heating elements.
It would be cool to have one for making jewelry and stuff, like,
Oh, yeah.
with the
yeah,
like
so
gold
like,
and silver.
like you could make like a little action figure
There's a
toy.
there's an iPad app called 123D
Mm-hmm.
made by Autodesk. I think it's free. You might try downloading it because it's a modeler. It allows you to make objects that you
Oh.
can print.
See, then you can start making stuff, huh?
Exactly. You can start inventing things.
Yeah.
This
That's
is,
And
hot.
then you can just send it to us.
Yep.
and print it
No,
off.
it cools off real fast.
Whoa.
Isn't that
You
cool?
make it really hard.
Yeah.
When it cools off, it gets hard too.
And I was really surprised.
That's
It's-
how plastic
it's
is.
much stronger than I expected it to be.
Oh, yeah?
It is? You got one?
And they break it.
Does look a little bit like fishing line.
We can. We can break it.
Yeah. But it's tough, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
I just read, over the last couple of years, I've read lots of articles of people talking about it, and I was just like, I don't know if I really want to get into this because some of the descriptions they had were that it would be kind of weak. And so that you couldn't really make a part out of it, a workable part. That's what I was reading, and it's totally untrue. you can make all kinds of stuff that is strong enough to do whatever you want.
Cool.
But yeah, the Da Vinci model that you can get off of Amazon, a lot of people really like it. And it's just it's a box. It's completely enclosed, and then you just kind of feed it. You just tell it what you want.
Cool.
Wait, maybe you could make like a case for like a computer or a phone or something.
I guess the tricky part is that to make it really as a business work is that it needs to be something that you can get the file on for, the dimensions or whatever. Like if somebody needs a part that's very difficult for them to get,
I think
it's not going to be worth it to have to, design a 3D or, I don't know how that works, but, I wouldn't think it would be worth it for a small part. But if parts all had those files available, then it would be very easy, You just get the file and print the part.
Yeah,
If you were good enough to design it yourself, though,
Right.
you could build them.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm thinking in terms of, just like a practical business application, how to, because you run into that stuff all the time where like I said, live in the Philippines, you need some part and it's not available there and it costs so much to get it from overseas and you got to wait a month and you got to pay for all this extra for shipping and all that kind of stuff. If there's a way that you can do this and
yeah.
in a reasonable way, feasible
You
way.
could make like a little Yoda symbol.
Yoda symbol.
Here it is symbol.
Yeah, or
yeah,
make
go
your.
ahead.
If you can find out the way to like make your own creations, that's gonna be cool.
You could. Yeah, just look up 123D on your iPad. That's a start. You can start to learn how
And
to
the
App Store.
Our iPad, maybe it might be on the phone tablet.
on the web tablet.
We have a Xperia tablet now, also.
Yeah, and we're gonna sell
So that's
that.
Android based.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did an Android version of their apps. Not Sure.
Since we spend so much time around water, the Xperias are waterproof.
Yeah. So we have now a waterproof phone, which is
Here,
this,
let me see your.
and
let
a
me see your
waterproof
flashlight.
tablet.
You're not a very good flashlight holder.
You have a, but you said you had a MacBook, right?
Yeah.
There's a desktop version, or there's a computer version of that software as well.
Cool.
That it, right?
Well, it's gonna do 12 layers of it.
So it's about halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he asked me if it's gonna be flat, but it's still gonna be flat.
It's gonna be flat. It's
but
gonna be.
it's be about
A little
halfway.
thicker.
Wow.
Yeah, but just think in 20 years, you know, my finger, somebody could just print a new one.
There you go.
Which we've actually talked about printing a prosthetic.
There have, there are a bunch of people doing some research on it, on how to make them. The software that I'm going to end up running on it later this summer, waiting for them, the company to finish it, will allow me to monitor the print on my iPhone, and it'll tell me like how much time it has left and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of bare bones right now, but there's. And actually, the way I decided to print this, I allowed it to print off the SD card. If I had printed it directly from the software, I would know exactly how much time was left.
Ah,
and that
okay.
kind of stuff.
How big are the files? Are they?
But a few megs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Not
the
that big.
Yoda was 8.5 megs. This was around 5. And of course you can scale it. I actually scaled this up compared to the original version because I didn't like the way it was, the preview, I didn't like the way it was filling it in. So I scaled it up by 50%. But I could, just by hitting a couple numbers in here, I could scale it to the whole piece of glass.
So does anybody do it now where, they, I don't know how they would do it, but commercially make available their machines? How do they do it? Like rent by time or?
Oh, yeah, you
can.
can, yeah.
You can send them. What they normally do is you send them the model, and they tell you how much it's going to cost to print.
Come here.
There's a company, I think it's in the UK. It's called Shapeways.
So cool,
and they're the
isn't
leader
it?
right now at doing that. And they're the ones who can print in metals
That's
and all
getting
kinds of stuff.
high.
But if you design a part,
It's gonna get
Um,
about that.
they will.
Twice
Yeah, they're called
You can
layers.
send it to them, and they will tell you how much it'll cost to print.
So there's 12 layers?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea like what their pricing is?
That
Is
would
it
be
For some
crazy
reason,
if
I
there
don't
was
remember it
13
being all that
layers. It
bad.
would
Like,
take
this little
longer.
thing may
Yeah.
only
How much
cost like
layers it
$1
takes
to
longer?
I don't know how
Wow.
many layers that
but you
Yoda
gotta
is.
ship it.
That's probably
So that's
several
not real
hundred
practical.
layers.
Exactly.
on that
But if
Yoda.
you wanted that in brass or
100
silver,
layers?
Right.
That's
Or
gonna
even gold.
that would take a long
They're like
time.
It took a couple hours to print the Yoda.
Wow.
yeah, and so it may end up costing $50 to $100. If you wanted it in gold and be solid.
Right.
But
Plus the cold.
yeah. And I read recently in San Francisco, there's a company that they set up shop to where if you don't want to keep up with your own gear, they came up with a thing where you can take your own printer to their place,
Oh, wow.
and for a monthly fee, they will keep it oiled and keep filament in it, make sure it works at all times. And then you
Wow.
can just send your models to it
Whenever
Oh.
you want to print
whenever
it.
you want. You print on your own printer, but they're doing all the work.
Yes.
Oh, is she?
Brigida's the kitty cat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What did we learn that she is? Oh no, we didn't learn.
Calico.
Calico.
Yeah.
It's Elsa that they said was
Oh, she's just a tabby.
tabby.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and Calico's
just not a cat person.
what Donna told us when we got her was that calicos, female calicos are fine, but if you get a male calico, they'll probably die within the first year. It's
Why?
it's a genetic defect that's like
Oh.
really bad for them. They don't survive. Did I crowd you?
Oh, I just wanted to get a little shot over here. Oh, okay. You're going to show me the kitty cat? Oh, careful. I'm going to walk this thing. Up in the tree?
No, actually, they're over there.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you going to show me in this window then?
Oh, right there. Right there.
Oh, I see. You can't see from this from the other angle. Oh, I see. Yeah. Over there by the garden, right?
I think I thought he was eating catnip.
Ah, oh, catnip that's growing in the garden.
Yeah.
I
It's
see.
the first time you see Burkina, and she's staring right at us.
Yeah. Silly, huh?
Time